Okay, brand new agent, starting from scratch, and you have the ability to impart one word of wisdom upon this young soul, what would that be?
I would say do not spend too much time preparing because a lot of the agents are always preparing to be prepared. And by the end of the day, they don't take action. So it doesn't matter how prepared you are if you're not taking action. Just go out there. The more rejection you get, and the faster you get it, the faster you will reach your goals. The faster you will become successful. So do not take too long preparing. Go out there like Nike, just do it.
Hello, everybody. It's me. It's Aaron Wittenstein. We are here with Vulcan7 Roadmap. We're going to teach you how to take multiple listings a month with phenomenal agents from across the country. And today we have an amazing friend of mine. I want to call her my friend, Sandra Balentan from West Covina, outside of Los Angeles, 20 minutes outside of Los Angeles. And Sandra, good. How are you today?
I am doing wonderful, Erin. I am excited to be here with you. Thank you so much for the invitation. It's an honor to be here.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And like I said, I talk to a lot of people on a regular basis, and Sandra's energy is just like, it's amazing. She's awesome. So do me a favor. So I want to know, like, what does your typical day look like that makes your day a success?
Well, my typical day is I wake up every morning at the same time around 4 a.m. to 4:15, so I can be at the gym from 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. And then I come home, I get ready, let's say take my daughter to school by 7 a.m. Then I get on the phone to role play about 7:30 to 7:50 a.m. Then I jump on the phones actually outside her school in the parking lot because I don't get to make it at 8 a.m. at my office. So I need to park at the parking lot and start making my calls for the new expireds at 8 a.m. And after I call those, I call some old expires, a little bit of center of influence, and my morning is from 4 a.m. to 12 p.m. So at that time I don't let anything get in the way. I'm on the phones, I'm talking to people, looking for that appointment. After 12, I have lunch, I return phone calls, emails. Then in the afternoon I do a little bit of follow-up, still looking for that listing appointment. So I work anywhere from, I call it work at 4 a.m. because that's
Yeah.
like my mentality is work, work, work. So, from 4 a.m. to 3 p.m., I focus and have my goals in place. And then after 3, I focus more on my daughter and, preparing for the next day.
Hold on. I heard it all. Don't get me wrong, but you said you lead generate the new expired while you're in your car dropping off your daughter at school. Did I catch that right?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. So, we have to do whatever we have to do, Erin. It's like no excuses. I could have an excuse and be like, oh no, you know what, I have to get to my office because I prospect standing up and all my stuff is there. But no, you know what, I have my computer, I put the hotspot from my cell phone, and I start dialing my expires. I probably dial about 10 expireds every morning. Uh, and of course, it's different on the first when we get tons of expireds. I do delete the ones that are completely out of my area and focus on the ones that are closer to my area. So, yes, I park there maybe for about 30 minutes. It doesn't take
That's
that long.
amazing. I mean, that's what I call commitment right there. is because I mean, here's what I'll tell you is that I speak to so many people like I can't start until 8:30. I can't start until
I
9.
hear that a lot.
But you're like, forget that. I'm going to start in my car. I'm sorry. I think that's amazing. You know what I mean? Like, there's no excuses when it comes to that. It's just like, boom, boom, boom. Let's get it done. That is the coolest thing I've heard all day today.
Absolutely. Thank you.
You're welcome. So talk to me. Like, what is your like you call it brand new expireds first, and like, so what does your process look like for like that first, let's say, hour of calls? What does that look like?
The first hour, well, just like right now, I finished calling my expired, and I did about an hour. I did about an hour because since I was out of the country last week, there were some there from that week. So it took me about an hour, and I was able to reach seven,
Mm.
seven homeowners from that. So I track all my contacts. So that's what I got for 1 hour, seven contacts. And whomever answered me and did mention, oh, I already signed a contract. That's what I got. I already signed a contract. I'm not able to sell. So what I did after that, I just sent my business card and I said, thank you very much for your time. If you are considering putting it back on the market, here's my information. So I sent my business card. You just never know.
So, all right. So you had 7 content. That's a good number right there.
It is a good
So
number.
it's a very good. I mean, you 7 times 3 is 21. I mean, that's the that's a magical number right there when it comes to prospecting. If you had to isolate and pick out one particular goal on a 3-hour session, what would that goal be for you? Like you hit this and you're good.
Okay, so in 3 hours?
Yeah, whatever your typical session is, like what's one goal that you're like, I hit this, I've succeeded for the day.
Oh my gosh. You know what? Right now, 20 contacts a day
Yeah.
and one really hot lead is perfect for me because at the end of the day, we're talking to at least 100 contacts. I should be going out to someone's property and sitting down with them and talking about the plan or just getting to meet me or whatever, but going out there with a motivated seller, not just any seller.
So 20 contacts a day. I mean, I just want to make sure I'm clear. 20 contacts a day for you should elicit one motivated seller.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, no, that's a super successful day right there. I mean, would you say are you relatively hitting that once a week? I mean, I'm sorry, once a week, 5 times a week. Is that kind of like the standard,
Yes,
if you will?
I know that inventory is low, but yes, just like last week, I was very low on contacts, but I was like at, oh my goodness, like 30 contacts only. And
Mm.
because I was getting ready for my trip, so I was just doing the 8 a.m. New expires, making sure I called them. So I wasn't really able to do a lot of old expireds because I was getting ready for this trip.
Sure, sure.
And from 30 contacts, I was able to find a very motivated seller that already divorced and wants to sell the home. And I got in there. I made the appointment and went out there to meet him, to meet the ex-wife, and I'm going to follow up with them today
Very good.
with 30
So,
contacts only of expireds.
see, that's good. And I mean, it's all about, I mean, it's all about consistency, right? I mean, it's all about just time over task over time, right?
Yeah, and you know what? It's about calling the low hanging fruit.
Right.
Now I see how, because I am I go to the Mike Ferry training a lot, and they
Yeah.
talk a lot about calling expireds. That's the low hanging fruit. Like we already know they want to sell. So the results that we're going to get, they're going to be much faster than calling the cold calls or just the just
Right.
listed.
Oh yeah, I agree. So all right. So can I put you on the spot for a second? Is that okay?
Yes, please.
And let me put you on the spot. Like I said, I just got to do this. And this goes to like most people I talk to here that are calling. Can we do a quick role play? Is that okay? Would you be game for that?
Yes.
Are you sure? Okay, like I won't go difficult, or maybe I don't know yet. So all right. So let's do an expired. Let's do a baseline here, just because I want to hear how you sound. Okay. Can you
All
give me a
right.
call, please? Can you give me a call?
Okay. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hi, good morning. My name is Sandra. I am a local real estate broker, and I'm calling about the home on 123 Banana Street. Are you
Mhm.
the owner?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, you're like the seventh realtor to call me. But what's going on?
Wonderful. I am sure you figured out that your home came up on the computer as an expired listing. And I was calling to ask, when are you planning on interviewing the right agent for the job of selling your home?
Yeah, I got to tell you, I'm probably just going to relist with my realtor. She did business with me in the past, and like I said, she's kind of become a friend of the family, if you will.
Oh, okay. So you're planning on relisting with the same agent you had before. That's interesting. Where are you moving to when you sell this home?
We are moving to West Covina, outside of 20
Wow,
minutes
West
outside of Los
Covina.
Angeles. Yeah.
Wow, that's exciting. And what's taking you out there?
Family. But yeah, I mean, if you could give me a call back, like I said, now's kind of not a good time, but you can give me a call back at a later, like a week or two, that'd be great.
Absolutely. I know that you have to go. And let me ask you this, what is this agent going to do different in the next 90 days that they haven't done in the last 90 days to get your home sold?
Well, I mean, they said they have a social media campaign that will be coming together. So I'm very excited to see how that works out.
Mhm. You know, I know you have to go again. And like I mentioned, I am a local real estate broker. And don't you think that you owe it to yourself just to get a second opinion? I could come out today at 3 with no obligation, or would 3:15 be better?
Could you give me, like I said, like a week or two? Would you mind? I'm actually heading out of town, so today's probably not going to work.
Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, so you're heading out of town. You know, I could definitely do that. I will go ahead and put you on my calendar and I will go ahead and call you in 2 weeks. Thank you so much for your time and have a safe trip.
You too, thank you. You know what I love about what you do? Your what's the word I'm looking? Your tonality, your tonality and your rhythm is really. You know that, don't you?
Yeah, and you know, it's so interesting because I get that feedback with a lot of the people that I'm calling. They're like, you know what? I don't know what it is about you, Sandra, but you kept me on the phone.
Yeah. It's your rhythm. I mean, it's like I said. If I had to guess, it's the way. It's like, what I keep thinking. It's like you're boom, 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 boom. You're very succinct with what you're saying. Good word, by the way, succinct.
Yeah.
And it's the way you speak. It's not. And I think you realize this, and you agree with me. It's not always what the words that come out of their mouth. It's what
It's your tonality.
exactly, and that's what radiates with you is your tonality, and like I said, I like your rhythm. You know what I mean? I don't know if you've ever heard that before, but I'll repeat that for like the fourth time. Your rhythm is great. So everybody here, pay attention to the rhythm that you're speaking in, and it's strong. So let me. I got a question for you though. This is kind of a left field question. So let's say, for example, that you don't get somebody on the phone, all right, and you've been calling like you got this hot expired that comes up over in West Covina, 20 minutes outside of LA, and they don't answer the phone, but you want to listen. What do you do?
Oh my goodness. I go and I door knock. And if they're not home, it doesn't matter if they're home or they're not home. But most of the time, if they're not home, I'll go ahead and door knock 10 doors around because the neighbors talk to each other. And I got in listings like that where they're like, oh my gosh, have you seen this agent, Sandra? She keeps coming and looking for you. So by talking to the neighbors, I got in listings by that as well. So if they're not home, I go ahead and door knock the neighbors 10 doors around.
Okay, so full transparency, I am petrified of door knocking. It's not my cup of tea. All right. Yet, what does that process look like? Like how do you get yourself like, because that's not easy doing something like that. Like, how do you get ready for it? What do you say? What do you do? Like, walk me through that process, please, if you could.
Well, right now, believe it or not, since my son is out deploy and when he was going through boot camp, and they go through so much intense training physically and mentally, he is my motivation and inspiration right now. So I think if my son is out there, going in this gas chamber, going underwater, strapped with the seatbelt and having to release themselves, you know, I'm like, how am I not going to be able to knock on the door if I am here to help them? And I am the right professional to do that.
Okay, I got nothing to say about that. You've left Aaron speechless, and that doesn't happen. No, and by the way, thank you to your son for his service. Thank you very much.
Thank you so
You're
much.
very welcome. It takes a good person to do that. So thank you very
Yes.
much for his service. What do you say to people when you knock on their door?
Well, most of the time I have sold a listing in the area. So I let them know I just sold a neighbor's home, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and it sold for $778,000. We know when someone sells a home, usually 2 or 3 will sell right away. And I was wondering, when do you plan on moving?
So it's kind of like, okay, yeah. So it's kind of like a circle dial script.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of the neighbors don't really know what the properties are going for. We think that they know, but they don't. They're like, oh my gosh, properties are so high. And they appreciate it right now because people are not interacting ever since the COVID. So
Right.
they get to talk to me and they don't forget because I was able
You
to
really
have
want to
a
talk.
conversation with them,
Right.
person to person, face to face, which that's not happening nowadays anymore.
Okay, brand new agent, starting from scratch, and you have the ability to impart one word of wisdom upon this young soul, what would that be?
I would say, do not spend too much time preparing,
Mhm.
because a lot of the agents are always preparing to be prepared. And by the end of the day, they don't take action. So it doesn't matter how prepared you are if you're not taking action. Just go out there. The more rejection you get, and the faster you get it, the faster you will reach your goals, the faster you will become successful. So do not take too long preparing. Go out there like Nike, just do it.
You know, it's because they get out there, they prepare to prepare to prepare to prepare to prepare to prepare what they just prepared,
Yes.
right? I mean,
Yes.
we're like this. Um, so I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think I am. But to me, it sounds like one thing that you're very good at is, like I said, we may mention is consistency. So, okay. So if someone wants to get in touch with you for referral, okay, because everybody now needs to know Sandra in West Covina, all right, outside LA, 20 minutes. How can they get in touch with you?
They can call my direct cell phone number, which I'm very good on picking up all my calls. And that's area code 626-324-6055.
Got it. Okay. Sandra, I want to say thank you so much for coming out and hanging out with us for a little bit today. I really appreciate everything. I'm still mind blown by sitting in the kids' parking lot of school to get my work done. I think that's just like the coolest thing I've heard in like 5 days. And I went to Disney within those 5 days. All right. Give me one departing word of wisdom, please.
Uh, you have to know your why. Why are you doing this? What is your goal? Like, to me, it was to be able to provide a good life to my children, a good example. And it was very expensive. So my why was huge. I was the provider, I'm still the provider. So a lot of women do ask me, why do you get up at 4 in the morning? But, and they ask me, what's your why? And then I ask them, are you married? Yes, I am. So you have income. I'm thinking your husband. Yeah, I'm okay. You have children. No, I don't. So, they have something to fall back on, and that's fine. But when they ask me, what's my why and my goals, I know exactly what made me this way, what made me be so consistent in knowing my why. I mean, I had to get up at 4 in the morning because I had to do all these things before I had to drive my daughter to school. So those are my words. Know your why. Sit down in silence and think, why are you doing this? And what's the purpose? What's your purpose of doing it?
I'm gonna just leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it. There's nothing more that needs to be said right now. Sandra, thank you. This was awesome having you. Okay, and everybody, like I said, anybody who needs anything from Sandra, she needs a couple of role play partners. If you have anybody working in West Covina, please message her. I know for certain she will take amazing care of their thrills. So guys, do me a huge favor, go make some money. Have an amazing rest of the day, and thank you for showing up to Vulcan7 Roadmap. Take care.
Awesome.